Hello, so this is my first tutorial video on how to animate a tail in stop motion, but in my way. So I'm gonna show you right now. So basically you just wanna move the tail a little bit, not too much, but it depends if you wanna move the tail fast or slow. It depends really on the figure. So after you take a few shots, now you just want to start moving the tail. So you basically just want to move it a little bit since you're just starting to move the tail up, and eventually it's going to get faster once it goes down, just like, acceleration and deceleration. You just want to continue doing this until, you feel satisfied with whatever you have, or, you gotta try again and redo some shots, which takes up a lot of your time, but eventually you just get it right and you feel satisfied enough. As you can see, I keep moving the tail a bit just to get an angle for it can actually look good when it goes up and down. This tail animation is not the best, but I'm just going to give you another example for you can actually clearly see what are my steps and how far I move the tail. So I'm going to start animating these better shots where you can clearly see how I move the tail and how far I move it for each frame. Usually in stop motion, when I animate these type of videos, I really just start off slowly and together, and then once it keeps, for example, for the tail, once it keeps going down, it's gonna pick up some speed when it's gonna slam down on the floor, and then it kind of curves just to get the angle for it, make it more realistic and stuff. Helpful tip while doing stop motion is it's really good to go over what you just filmed to check some of the mistakes and then just to fix them later, or just fix them right away if you're that type of person that just wants it all perfect. Kinda like me, but not everything is perfect. As you can see, I switched the angle of the tail because it's gonna go left to right, so you just gotta bend it to whatever side you're gonna go. So if you're gonna go left, you're gonna bend it left, and then if you're gonna go right, you're gonna bend it right, just to get a good angles of a realistic tail movement, like a dog or a cat's tail. So as you can see, it looks really good, but it's not complete, so I have to keep adding the rest of the frames before it can look completed. If you have any questions about how I do these type of stop motion, just leave a comment and I can help you out or answer your question. Now I'm going to go over the frames that I just filmed. As you can see, it looks really good, but everything takes practice. So if you want to try to animate like me, you just have to practice and, read books and other stuff to get more helpful tips on how to animate in stop motion. As you can see how all the frames match up and work together to animate the whole entire tail. So basically, for a fast moving tail, you separate them more far apart, and for a slow moving tail, you just have to keep them close together but not too close, or else it's gonna look really scratchy. Here's another stop motion I made with the tail, but this is a more complicated stop motion because you move multiple different parts, for example like the head and the tail. Just like I said, if you want to make a fast moving tail, you put the frames more far apart. This is exactly the same thing what I did to this stop motion. Now I'm going to show you how I angle up the tail for the movement of Godzilla's tail. If you don't understand how I animate the tail or how the angles work, you could skip ahead and see some better examples on how to animate a tail in stop motion or in regular animation. I'm trying to draw how I animate the tail and angle it as best as I can. So basically, this is how I angle the tail when it's going to the right. But you can also do exactly the same to the left side as well. So this is my final product for the tail. Here are some other examples for animating a tail. This is a method for animating a long, smooth tail like a cat's tail. This method is a bit more complicated and harder to understand. Another similar way I animate my tail, or this type of method, which is literally what I do. Or I try to showcase why I was showing it in my stop motion. I'm going to show you guys again with my final product on animating Godzilla's tail. Each frame really lines up and creates the illusion of the tail moving by itself. As you can see, in each frame I move, it moves all together. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe and comment on the video for more tutorials and more content.